Hi, it's Thursday night, the 22nd of October, and day 296 of my journey to business alignment, and I'm still living the dream. After looking at all that I've been having to do this whole week to prepare to launch the website, to do the focus group ad, and to start coaching, I feel the best power statement that I can have for tomorrow is I will politely push Kashif to get the last two tasks done ASAP. As he's doing that, I will continue focusing on getting as many tasks on my master task list done as I can. Once we're done with them, I'll be able to contact Ontraport to help getting the site ready to go live. So here's my to-do list for Thursday, the 22nd, right there, all highlighted. Done, and my most important task today was to see what progress Kashif has made on the Ask Coach B page in particular, because I think he got the search page done. I noticed that. I'm trying to get him to press forward on this as fast as he can without taking any shortcuts, because it's the last thing to do with the site before I reach out to Ontraport. My fun task for today was to contact Appointlet about starting the premium plan so that I can get it set up and tied to Stripe.com, and that's the payment service that when people set the appointment, it comes up and asks them to fill in their credit card, and that kind of thing takes to $50, and away they go to set the appointment. And I want to get that set up for the private coaching session feature. And my exciting task today was to get more tasks of lesser importance done on the master task list and see how many of them I could get done in that regard. Well, let's run through this quickly. I did communicate with Kashif through Fiverr, Fiverr Messenger, and he said he's working on it and he's going to get it done. He said he was glad that he got the read more feature done as well as finished the search button, so they got done. On all the website header tab bars, finally, it's all done. So he's just working on the Ask Coach B feature now, and he needed to review a website that I use to explain what it is that I'm wanting him to do a little bit more closely so he could go through and make that page look exactly like the page I showed him and make that feature work without any mistakes. So I figured this one is going to be a little bit of a rough task for him, but I'll be patient because I want it done right. Bam, done. Hopefully it'll be done Saturday night. Now, I want to go over my end of the day success routine question, which says, get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today? What could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? For a Thursday, absolutely did. Somewhere between 6:30 and 7. Did you start your morning with power? Yes. Blast of cold water. Win the morning, win the day routine, made my bed, did it all. Did you get the most important things done? Pieces through the portal of my mind to the world of the physical. I'm working on my master list. Did you move your goals forward? Yes. Did you show up as the person you wanted to be? I showed up as the person that'll serve me best, with my heart right, excited, going with power. I want to stay strong. I want to start the day strong, stay strong, and end this day like I'm doing right now, end my day strong. What about your personal time with Kathleen? Had a great evening tonight for a Thursday night, and she was present for me. I was present for her. When I come down at 5:30, she's home because she works here at home and not have to go out and drive a half hour in and drive a half hour back. It's a little 5-second commute to her downstairs. And I showed up and said, I'm home. So we were both present for each other. So in summary, I always ask myself, were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? Did you keep your promises that you made this morning? Well, this morning I promised that I would communicate with Kashif so that he was clear on what it is I wanted him to do. And I promised that I would focus my time on doing more tasks that are listed on my master task list while Kashif worked on the Ask Coach B task. And that's what we did, both of us. Bam, done. We're staying on it. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any new movies that your two amigos put onto the screen in your mind through that process of pre-playing imagination? In other words, did you make any new movies today, and if so, what were they about? Well, besides my must-see TV favorite 5 movies, I also watched an instant pre-play of my sign-up for a private coaching session system with Appointlet, being used with my new beginner entrepreneurs, where it took their info through the Appointlet system, Stripe.com credit card system info, and charged them the $50 right on the spot, and they went on and booked their appointment. I imagine that in my mind over and over and over again. It was fantastic. What's so cool about this going to the movies process, this success mentality habit, where you pre-play watching these ideas that have attracted into the portal of your mind, and then you imagine them as though they are already in existence, imagining them first and then writing down and typing out what tasks will need to be done in order to get them manifested into the world of the physical. That's the work. That's the part of this exciting process of creativity. It's exciting work. It's fun work. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What one thing can I do better starting tomorrow? Even if the day went sideways getting it done, I'd still feel like a success because I got it done. I accomplished something important. What would that one thing be? Now make it into a power statement. Well, like I've been doing for weeks now, the one thing that I'm doing better on each and every day is that I'm prioritizing my to-dos in such a way that I'm staying on task by focusing on all the right things for now, and that my website is getting closer and closer to going live. And so my power statement for tomorrow, once again, says, I'll keep telling Kashif to finish that Ask Coach B page, no matter what, as soon as he can, not, cutting corners at all. Hopefully, by the end of the day Saturday, he'll get that done, and I'll keep pushing myself to stay on task and get as many of the tasks done off my master task list as I possibly can. Hopefully, both of us will be finished with our task at the end of the day Saturday, and I'll be able to reach out to Entreport come Monday morning so we can start the process of getting this membership system and the forms and the email marketing system all integrated into livingthedreamcoaching.com's website. Ooh, there you go. I feel great about that. The next important question I ask myself each night as part of my video journal as I end my day strong, and it's the end of the day success routine that I've always talked about, is were there any mistakes or failures made today that I can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, today was a typical Thursday, and no, I didn't make any mistakes, nor did I fail at anything today. And that felt fantastic. So, bam, done. Way to go, Marty. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, my biggest success today, I feel, lies in the fact that my dream is coming from and into the portal of my mind, right into the world of the physical, piece by piece by piece. And the entire website is almost manifested itself in its entirety. It's fantastic. The next step in my end of the day success routine is to rate my day's effort. And so as I reflected on today, I decided to give today's effort a 9. I gave today a 9 because I worked at the speed of 9 all day. And you do your speed at work, and I do my speed at the work, and I feel great about giving myself a 9. The fact is, I kept every promise I made to myself this morning. So, okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says, because I've screwed up in a particular area, I'm a screw up, period. That's a statement of principle that somebody actually believes and says that. Can you imagine that? This self-defeating, self-limiting belief just isn't true. But it is the result of the second difference between winners and losers that I said I'd talk about tonight. Those who are optimistic and those who are pessimistic is their beliefs about being persuasiveness and problem solvers. An achiever never sees a problem as being pervasive, meaning that one problem controls their whole life is what the pessimist believes. Once they start down that path, they think it controls their whole life. These poor souls believe that therefore they see it as, well, it's just a little challenge with my eating pattern. They don't see it as, I'm the problem. The optimist says it's just a problem. I'm going to change through my thinking. I can change that. My thinking, I can change that. And the pessimist says, I'm the problem. Because I overeat, my entire life is destroyed. I can't change it. Those who believe that they are the problem, that they can't change, the pessimists, and have learned helplessness, have developed a belief that because they screwed up in one area of their lives, they are a failure from now on. In time, these pessimists soon find themselves believing that things are out of their control, and they feel completely helpless and hopeless. Can you imagine the impact of believing both permanence and persuasiveness together, a double whammy? The solution to such negative thoughts, such limiting thoughts, is to see that there is a solution. And that solution is the thought that you can take control of these culprits, these enemies of the mind, and therefore changing your feelings, circumstance, thoughts, feelings, changing your feelings, and therefore you can take action in the direction that you can take control. And once you do, these limiting beliefs will disappear. These principles lead to the next thing that I'm grateful for, the law of thought transformation, which says this: if we don't see a failure as a challenge to modify, to transform our approach to it, but rather as a problem with ourselves, seeing ourselves having a personality defect, for example, we will immediately feel overwhelmed and will avoid the pain and never change it. The point here can be summarized with one simple question. How inspired can you get by beating yourself up? Holding these kinds of limiting beliefs is equivalent to systematically ingesting minute doses of arsenic that over time build up a total and complete fatal dose. So, thought transformation is the way to avoid these murderous thoughts of our emotions. We have to avoid them at all costs. Next, I'm grateful for the Buddha who said this: we are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make our world, and I'd add, and therefore our destiny. The final category of belief is the fact that most of us make these challenges personal. We think they are evidence of a defect in us, and so we believe in them and not in ourselves. But we must remember that as long as we believe something, our brains operate on automatic pilot as though it's what it is, filtering any input from the environment and searching for references to validate our belief, regardless of what it is. I call this going out and gathering all the support material and bring it back, and including allies, searching around to have people agree with what you think, that will join us in our pity party. What's the bottom line here in all of these things, in all of these limiting beliefs? All personal breakthroughs begin with a change in our beliefs, period. And thought transformation is going through the process of changing those beliefs. Wow, heavy, isn't it? Like I said last night, I was going to review a couple more differences between achievers and those who choose to quit and fail. I did so because I believe they are so important to understand in our quest of success and aligning our three minds as we're living the dream. That's a good thought to end the day on, and so until we meet again here tomorrow night right at my laptop, I wish you all continued success. Good night, everybody.